Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Death Note Season 1, the only season, episode 17. We are progressing a lot into this show now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe you have the impression that we're not progressing, really fast, but now that I'm posting 2 videos each week on YouTube, we're gonna end this show really fast, in fact, with only 1 season out. We'll see. Today I'm gonna watch 2 episodes, after that I want to begin a new show, maybe a new anime. So that's why I'm gonna watch only 2 episodes today. That's already great, and I'm sure that I'm gonna have enough surprises, enough reveals, enough action during these 2 episodes to please me. I edited the last episodes yesterday of Death Note. I still have a lot of issues with YouTube, with these videos, like with all of the shows that I'm reacting to right now on my channel, which is annoying, I have to confess it, which is frustrating also, because I can see that I'm respecting the fair use rules, trying my best to be fair, and it's not enough. And when I see that other reactors, they can put 20 minutes of the episodes with long time of screen and all, and no one is bothering them, it's frustrating me. I have nothing against these reactors, it's really against YouTube that I'm mad. Like, it's really hypocrite in a way to be that annoying and so much an asshole with little reactors, because you know that if you're doing that with big reactors, it's gonna be more frustrating for them, so their community, they're gonna know, so they're gonna be mad at you. It's frustrating, and these last days I had to fight a lot for all of the shows that I'm reacting to right now: The Walking Dead, Death Note, The Legend of Korra, Squid Game, and I saw that the stress and the pressure that it put on my shoulders really took all of the place, and I didn't like that at all. And I also talked with some of you guys about the fact that I'm wondering about reacting to the new season of Fear the Walking Dead, and reading your comments I understood that this pressure, this stress really took too many place, and I'm beginning to forget because of that, because of fighting so much with YouTube for these videos, that I'm making them for fun, and by fighting so much for all of them, I'm losing the fun of the part of editing the videos. I'm still enjoying a lot watching the videos, but I love also to edit these videos, and I'm beginning to lose that fun. Making these reaction videos, it's for 3 things that I love to do a lot: watching these videos, these episodes, editing the videos, because I love to edit videos, I love that work, and also reading and responding to your comments. And because of all of what is happening, I'm losing this part, the fun of this part, and maybe I let that, that pressure and stress that I'm feeling, and the fact that I don't have a lot of fun during these last days with that part, taking the place of the 2 other parts which I still enjoy. Normally I really find the balance between all of that, and maybe these last days I had some issues with it. I'm honest with you with that, and also so you can see really the fact that I love to make these videos. I'm fighting hard for them, and it's bad, but it's really because the 2 other parts, making these videos and talking with you guys, are winning, and they have to win these 2 parts always. And if you want to help me with that, maybe I've never asked you that, maybe you can subscribe, like, and or comment, on my videos each time. Like, I need a way to show to YouTube that, okay, I'm a little reactor, but I'm not going anywhere, and I'm gonna continue to fight no matter what. So maybe at some point they're gonna stop harassing me like that. We'll see. if it's gonna work or not. And if it doesn't, you have my Patreon also to show me your support if you want. I'm glad to be there for Death Note. Like I said, I edited the videos yesterday of the last episodes and that was so great. Rewatching this episode, you know, during the editing of them, I saw how much I was shocked during the episodes, but also rewatching them by what they did to Misa. You know, interrogating her like that. Okay, they have no doubt that she's the second Kira, and that's why they are interrogating her like that, you know, with the blend and all of that. But it was awful to see her like that and to imagine that you can interrogate someone like that, like it was kind of a torture. Even more because, you know, she's a girl, she's a teenager, but even without that, it's just a torture to do that to someone. And even more after that, when Rem erased all of the things, you know, related to the Death Note, and she didn't remember why she was right there, and she was not related anymore to the Death Note, to Kira, and all, like, she has no reason now to be there. And more important for that situation, she doesn't know why she is right there in jail, why she is tortured like that. It's awful when you think about it. I mean, the two other ones, Light and Light's dad, okay, they are in jail and also in a bad position, but at least they know why they are right there. Misa, she thinks that it's another of her stalker who is torturing her, and what she's saying to the stalker, like, it's not the first time that a stalker is doing something bad to her. We saw one of them attacking her on the street. It was not the first one, clearly, and not the only one, no matter what. Like, this girl, she had a lot of stalkers and a lot of bad ones. And I'm feeling really sad for her. Now that she's not dangerous anymore for Light because she can't tell any of his secrets because she doesn't remember them. Now that she can't be so unpredictable for him, like, really, yes, now that she can't be dangerous for him, but she can't be useful also because she's not gonna remember Elle's real name. She still loves him, and I think that he's gonna have to still keep her as his girlfriend because she's gonna be a good way to hide himself, I mean, to hide the fact that he's the real Kira, and he has to continue with this lie. Elle saw him with Misa, and Misa is saying that Light is her boyfriend, like, she's gonna stay into the show for a long time now. I really thought that Light at some point he was gonna get tired of Misa and he was gonna kill her, but now I really don't think so. She can be useful for him, but not for the reasons that he thought before. She's gonna be a good cover for him. We'll see. But first, they have to get out of this jail. I think that it's gonna happen during this episode because Light, really his plan during the last episode was really good by saying, oh, maybe I can be Kira, but not willingly, like, I'm not conscious of it, so take me in jail. To wait for certain days without anyone being killed outside, and then to be like, oh, no, in fact, I'm not Kira. To wait again certain days, and then to have people being killed outside. It's really a good plan for him to protect himself, to say, see, I can't be Kira. And even if Elle is not buying it, on the contrary, I think that he sees clearly what Light wanted to do with that situation. He has to release Light because he has no reason to keep him inside, and more than that, with that plan, Light found a way to clear his name for the other investigators and also his dad, which is really bad in a way because now if Elle wants to suspect Light again, he's gonna have to have a real proof, like this action, this moment, for all of the other persons who are trying to resolve this case, all of what happened just totally released Light in a way, you know, like he's never gonna be a suspect anymore for them. So really, Light, you had such a good plan. And Elle, yes, is forced to release him because he has no proof against Light, on the contrary with people being killed outside. And in addition of that, he has Misa, who is being so honest since one entire week, saying that she doesn't know why she's there and all, and she's saying it honestly. And he has also Light's dad, who is so mad, and he has the other investigators who are supporting Light's dad and who are just waiting for her to take that decision. He's gonna have to take it. I'm wondering about the consequences of that, like, how are you gonna explain that Misa disappeared for so long? For Light and Light's dad, they already prepared something about that, you know, Light's dad, he lied about it. Misa? She's a celebrity, and also for her to disappear like that during so many days and her, she doesn't remember why she's right there. I don't know how they're gonna explain it. And I'm gonna see that right now because I'm gonna watch the episode 17 right now. Like usually, you have my Patreon on which you can have the episodes sooner with an extended or full reaction part. Again, check the description for that. Let's go for this episode 17.
You will continue to kill criminals whose names are
Red?
broadcast. Outside of that, you're free to use the death note however you wish.
It was Ren
Mr.
who
Yagami,
forced someone to do
There's
that
no reason for you to keep doing this.
for Light? I thought that it was Ryuko.
When I get out of here, it will be with my son.
You're so...
Pretty stubborn.
Yes, but so brave also.
You should try it.
Poor girl.
How are you expecting me to look after being tied up and questioned for this many days?
Yes, and she doesn't know why she's there. Remember?
Criminals are still being killed, even though Misa and Light haven't had access to any of that information. We know that much already, so what are you waiting for? Starting to look like you're only doing this because you don't want to admit that you were wrong about Light.
Yes, I figured you'd say that.
Okay, fine, but we do...
Would you be willing to come to headquarters just once? I'd like to discuss my thoughts with you, but it must be done in person.
All right, I'll come.
I love you so much. No, I want to hear that. You have a plan in mind. For him to react like that, he was not mad, he was...
I never pictured you as an old man, Mr. Stalker.
I am not your stalker.
I remember now.
You do?
I was being arrested for being Misa Cancera. You mean that was for real?
With Misa? With Light?
Missed you so much, like...
Dad, tell me, what's all this about?
He's your dad? Oh my god, I totally called your dad a stalker, said he was all
They are
Feels
still...
good to finally be cleared.
No. I am afraid you two are being taken to your execution. He is convinced that the only way we can prevent the murders is to execute the two of you.
No.
I don't understand. The
He
killings
wouldn't
already
do that
stopped.
without being sure at 100%
It
of
was unanimously accepted by top officials in the UN and the Japanese government. They want Kira to disappear.
Please, Dad, I'm not Kira!
right. What kind of a father are you anyway? This is your own
The best one, shut up!
He made this decision, not me. Over the years, he's tackled
You wouldn't
most
accept
difficult
that.
cases, solving all of them.
It's not like Elle at all. The Elle I know would rely on hard evidence. He has to have the truth.
You're panicking, Light.
I'm going to kill you here and then kill myself.
No.
What are you talking about, Dad?
If you do this, you're no different than Kira.
I am nothing like Kira. I am bound by my responsibilities as a parent and as chief of the NPA.
He could do something like that. He's that brave and that loyal
Too late.
to who he is,
By the
to
way,
his job,
you'll be
to
executed. At
justice.
least with this, I'll be the one to do it.
If I die here, Kira wins. Can't you see?
I'm not gonna do that. It's part of a plan to make them break.
From one murderer to another.
The
I'll
last
see you
plan,
in
you know,
hell.
the last.
No, Dad!
For me, inside of the car, it was a blank bullet, maybe?
Please forgive me.
You were
too.
supposed to do
I
it.
know that was hard on you. Were you watching me?
Of course you believed
I
in
did
you.
exactly as you said, and as you can see, I'm still alive.
If Amane were the second Kira, who only needs to see a person's face to kill them, there is no doubt she would have killed you before you had the chance to fire your weapon.
Oh yeah.
Also, if Light
Both of them
Kira
cleared their name.
Well, she insists the tapes we found were just occult videos. The physical evidence we have, plus her confession, suggest otherwise.
You get to go back to your normal life. If you're innocent, the surveillance shouldn't be a threat to you.
You and I will be together 24/7.
No! Shippers are the sheep!
Fine by me.
So is this what you meant by being together 24 hours a day with him? Looking at you, I never would have guessed. Are you on that side of the fence, Ryuzaki?
No! She's
If you're
gonna be
with him
jealous.
24/7, then how are we supposed to go on dates together?
Oh, you can still go on dates, but it'll have to be the three of us.
No way! Don't you trust your own soulmate?
What do you mean soulmate?
You're
the
going
one
so
who said
far.
you fell in love with me at first sight, Lisa.
So why would you kiss me if you didn't have feelings for me?
You remember that?
Tell me, what if Light was Kira? How would it make you feel?
Huh? How would I feel if Light was Kira? That'd be wonderful. I mean, I've always been grateful to Kira for punishing the man who murdered my parents.
She doesn't forget
Actually,
that.
Kira made me love him even more, even though it's like practically impossible to love more than I already do.
Oi, 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 oi. Poor girl.
If I found out my light was actually him, I think of how I could be helpful.
Oi, oi. Not good at all.
Well, Misa, based on what you just told me, there can be no mistake that you are the second Kira.
Whatever. It's not believable because I'm not the second Kira, okay?
Oi, oi, oi.
Time being, you'll remain under surveillance.
She's gonna be so annoying for all of you guys.
Mr. Matsuda will be accompanying you as your new manager, Matsui.
Would you cut it out with all this dating, kissing, and Misa talk already? This is the Kira investigation. Stop messing around!
I love him. Sometimes he has really the reaction that I would have.
I told you earlier, it's completely one-sided.
Then could you at least pretend to be serious for the sake of the investigation?
He's gonna ask you to stay.
Care to gather information about the second Kira?
Your suspicions. That would definitely be a valuable source of information for us.
I can't manipulate a woman's feelings like that. Exploiting another person's feelings for personal gain is unforgivable, and I won't allow myself to stoop that low.
There's something wrong with this picture.
We're not gonna talk about the fact that you already did that.
However, considering Misa will have a lot of contact with the public, it would be helpful if you could make sure she doesn't leak information. So, I arranged for a facility to be built. Construction started right after my first meeting with Mr. Yagami and the others.
We're gonna have an apartment and house just for the two of you.
23 floors above ground and 2 below. If the investigation team grows, we can accommodate up to 60 people. Misa shouldn't have any complaints.
60
She'll
people?
have her own floor.
Where did you find the finances to build this thing?
As you can see, it is my intention to solve this case no matter what it takes.
Are you rich?
I'm gonna solve this no matter what it takes.
If you're serious about that, you should try to get close to Misa and find out about the second.
I can't. That goes against my principles.
Right. You said
Stop, you and your principles.
This looks like all of us. Let's get started, shall we? We're all here to further the growth of the Yotsuba group by reducing competition. Who is going to die?
I'm not thrilled that we have to do this every single week.
One of you,
This is the most advantageous course of action for Kira.
no, Ren
He's basically started a killing service.
gave her death note to one of you.
All of us are now frontrunners to become Yotsuba's next CEO. Not to mention, our salaries have virtually eclipsed those of the other employees in the company.
One of the people in this room has to be Kira.
No,
Back to business. Does anyone have
it's
a
the
proposal?
third Kira, Rem's new Kira. So now we're gonna have a third Kira, not really a third Kira, but someone else who has the Death Note, who is using it for business reasons. You know, Rem gave her Death Note to that person, saying something like, I'm gonna give the Death Note to you, you're gonna be able to use it as long as you want, as much as you want, if you are doing what I'm telling you to do, killing this person to cover Kira, cover Light, you know, to be sure that Light would be released because they're not gonna have proof against him. You know, I knew that they were gonna be released, but I didn't know that it was gonna happen like that, you know, with Light's dad being involved into that last plan made by her to try to break them. It was clever for her to think about it and for Light to not break during that moment, not at all. Maybe because he truly couldn't think that Elle could do something like that, killing someone without having the real proof of the fact that he was guilty. You know, he said it so much into the car that maybe it's because of that he didn't break. He knew that it couldn't be possible, so he was waiting for that. Or maybe it was just because he couldn't confess to his father that he was Kira. I truly think, you know, that Light loved his dad, and maybe he didn't want to disappoint him. For his dad to do that, that was so brave. Imagine doing that to your son. He has to be so brave and so strong, you know, and so loyal to himself, to his position, to his job, to his principles, to give that last chance to Elle to prove his point. But he also believes in his son so much. I think that for Mr. Yagami it's really heartbreaking, in fact, because I really think that he believes into Elle and that he wants to find Kira, and right there he was okay to suspect his son to be Kira, but at the same time he truly believes into Light. It has to be... But that final plan, yes, was clever, made by Elle, but was also clever for Light's part, because Light didn't break. They didn't clear their name totally, entirely. They still suspect Misa to be the second Kira. Elle is saying it himself, like she's giving them all of the things to think that she's the second Kira. They have the evidences with the air, but they have also reasons to think so by what she's saying. The fact that she's a supporter of Kira, that she would love Light even more if she would learn that he is Kira and all. Elle is still suspects a lot Misa to be the second Kira, but also Light to be the real Kira. But if he can, you know, go after Misa saying you are the second Kira, after what happened, he can't do that with Light. He doesn't have any proof really against him. And the investigators, they were putting a pressure, you know, on his shoulders, like, that's it, people are being killed by Kira outside. You kept them inside of these jars for so long and you didn't make any progress, so now you have to tell them the truth and to release them. But they're gonna keep an eye on them. For Misa, she's gonna have a bodyguard, and for Light, he's gonna be forced to be 24/7 with Elle. I already suspected that people can ship the two of them together. Now I'm even more sure of it, you know, with a situation like that, like they're gonna stay together all the time. That building, you know, that he built or he rent, that's gonna be an interesting place to be. Misa, she's gonna have an own apartment. All of them, they're gonna have their own apartment, in fact, into this place. Is he rich, you know? Elle, is it a clue to know who he is? Or it was the government, you know, who built that place for him? Elle's identity, not only his name, but who he is, that's a mystery that we have since the beginning, and maybe we forgot, or at least I forgot, to still think about it, to continue to search who he can be. Maybe they're gonna give us clues about it during the next episodes. It could be great to know more about him, more personal stuff about him. But the fact that they're gonna stay together for a long time now, Light and Elle, before that they already said stuff like, you're beginning to be one of my friends. Maybe at some point it's gonna be really that, they're gonna become friends. I don't think that they can, but at least they can respect and appreciate each other more. That was an interesting episode. I really appreciated it. It was not what I expected. Again, these writers, they are managing well to surprise me with each episode. Sometimes because they are doing totally the contrary of what I expected, and sometimes because they are doing it but such in a different way that I'm totally, you know, involved into the story, because I didn't suspect how it was gonna happen really, and it's so cool, really. Each time I know that I'm gonna be surprised, and in a good way, so that's why I love to discover more and more about this show each time. I'm seeing it since a long time and I'm gonna see it again, Mr. Yagami is really the only character that I love so much into this show. I appreciate all of them, and the two other investigators, they are great, and I appreciate also their characters, and I appreciate for sure L and Light because of how clever they are, and this game that they are playing, it's so fun that for sure I love them for that. But that I truly love with my heart, a character with who I involve my feelings, it's Mr. Yagami. Which is killing me because I have the impression that at some point he's gonna die. And which is killing me also because I know that at some point he's gonna be sad, he's gonna be disappointed because he's gonna discover the truth about who is Kira. To have him discovering that, he's gonna be so disappointed. He believes into Light so much. And I don't want him to make a choice between his son and his job, his principles, because it's truly two things that he loves, that he believes into. Do you understand what I mean? We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna stop this video right now and I'm gonna watch one more episode. It's all for you for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye!
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Crazy.